Think your kitchen is just a stove, refrigerator, and sink? Think again. Modern kitchens are flipping the script and embracing a game-changing approach with distributed cooking, refrigeration, and storage solutions. Picture this: ovens scattered throughout your cooking zones, fridges cleverly hidden in drawers, cooktops that bring creativity to every corner of your kitchen. It's a whole new world of design possibilities. Are you ready to transform your kitchen into a functional masterpiece? Let's explore how these innovative setups are shaking things up in the world of kitchen design. Welcome to Space Therapy, where we are working our way around the points of the room compass, LIFE, discovering what it takes to create a home designed by life. In video 2, I promised to do a video on distributed cooking, refrigeration, and storage. The word distributed refers to how much kitchens have changed from the classic range, refrigerator, and sink of the last century to this current day. Now, oven cooking may be distributed between a microwave, steam oven, conventional oven, speed oven, or more. Cooktops can be modular and located in different kitchen zones and even hidden underneath the countertop with induction, instead of in just one cluster. Refrigeration can be located in drawers as well as full-size units. Before I start, take time to subscribe so you'll get updates, as they are posted on insights and design principles key to inspiring functional design. The National Kitchen and Bath Association, or NKBA, credentials me as a certified master kitchen and bath designer. Beyond that, in their Art of the Industry competition, this kitchen was considered the best overall for North America. The Wall Street Journal featured another client's project in their mansion section. Design Journal holds their ADEX competition annually, awards for design excellence. It is considered the A&D community's largest prestigious competition. They gave the Platinum Award for Interior Design to a project in Kihei, Hawaii. One of my favorite kitchens was filmed for an HGTV special. My clients love to cook together, and having one cooktop just did not work for them. That led us to create a design with 2 cooking stations. Capturing odors from the cooktops was handled by separate concealed pull-out hoods. Basically, this is an upside-down drawer without a back. You saw another example of this in video number 13. I developed this approach to increase the capture area above the cooktop, because the hood can be extended farther out than the typical wall-mounted hood. Even better, when the hood is not in use, it disappears. Cooktop-centered refrigeration was handled by a refrigerator drawer between the 2 cooking centers. Other refrigeration was distributed into a working pantry or scullery. Remember the L of the room compass? It represents lifestyle activities. For this couple, cooking together was stressful due to sharing a cooktop. I resolved this by setting up a cooktop so that the cooks could control 2 burners, each of them on either side, and that required a cooktop with side control. Beyond that, both cooks needed water for preparation and cooking. So I designed the island countertop with a 2-bowl sink and a faucet on a recessed divider to ensure equal access. Finally, I gave them each a drawer for their preferred pots and pans, as well as a chef's drawer for their oils, spices, and utensils, etc. As a side note, I would point out that 7-inch high butcher block next to the sink was the best way to reconcile their 1-foot difference in height. Another example of distributed cooking with shared water access is shown in this kitchen. Each chef has a cooktop and access to water for filling pots, a sink for draining hot water, washing hands, cleaning stirring utensils, etc. When needed, they have a cutting board that fits across the sink to support prep. I started this video with a kitchen that featured both distributed cooking and refrigeration. We used a Sub-Zero drawer refrigerator between the 2 cooking stations, plus Sub-Zero all-refrigerator and all-freezer units in the back kitchen or working pantry. We had a different problem in this family's kitchen. There wasn't enough room for a large refrigerator. I used an all-refrigerator unit instead that gave them the storage they needed in the main kitchen. I then added a Sub-Zero freezer drawer into the nearby laundry. You can see that room just past the eating nook. As the design progressed, the laundry became more and more involved in the kitchen, with a Gaggenau steam oven, a 36-inch wide Wolf oven, their coffee machine, wine storage. Distributed refrigeration was key to this kitchen winning the Best Overall Kitchen Award for Puget Sound's National Kitchen and Bath Association chapter. The cooking area of the kitchen had all refrigeration, and nearby was an all freezer. We even distributed white wine and red wine, and each varietal had its own refrigerator. Finally, let's talk about distributed storage. It would seem obvious that items in a kitchen should be distributed around the room according to how they fit in the cooking process. Instead, we often scatter items around the room due to lack of capacity. Go back to videos 9 and 12 to understand how much more can be stored in pullouts and drawers when you break free of standard 24-inch deep cabinets under counters and 12-inch deep upper cabinets. In this kitchen, I took virtually everything that was in an entire walk-in corner pantry and fitted into 5 pull-out drawers in a bar height cabinet that had 28-inch deep pull-out drawers. In this kitchen, with 27-inch long drawer runners, you can see how nicely pots, pans, lids fit in one drawer, while oils, sauces, and cooking utensils fit in the chef's drawer next to it, instead of in cupboards a few steps away. And with taller top drawers, you can have all your spices right where you need them. I typically make my top drawers with 7.5-inch tall faces. Small appliances can be an issue too. Cluttering counters or tops, crowding the workspace. Why not have a pantry closet with a butcher block counter in it? You can see the shadows of all the small appliances lined up inside on that counter in this photo, ready to use without adding visual clutter or crowding where you work. One of my favorite clients liked to build new homes for her family every few years. So when I designed a kitchen for their 4th new home, she knew she liked her small appliances to be stored conveniently. This led to 40-inch deep counters with a row of appliance garages across the back. There was even a spot for a small TV for her to watch while cooking. On the other hand, having a pantry in a separate room can actually mean reducing the space available for the main kitchen. For that reason, in this kitchen, I eliminated the pantry so my client would have room for a substantial island. Now, to understand how that was possible, we distributed storage around the kitchen where it was most needed. And you need to watch video 9 to understand this more. Because in this kitchen, what's not obvious is it was not fitted with outdated 24-inch deep boxes and short drawer runners. Counters are 30 inches deep, and drawers have 6 inches longer capacity. This is my favorite photo of what happens when counters are 30 inches deep and drawers are 27 inches long, which also means the wall cabinets can be 15 inches deep, and that adds 25% more storage there. Check this out. A walk-in pantry with double pocket doors transformed this kitchen into a multifunctional space. The pantry became more than storage. We relocated cleanup tasks and the big oven-centered cooking tasks outside the main kitchen. Yet with the double doors open, it feels connected. My last example involves a similar approach of changing a pantry into an extension of the kitchen. This pantry had distributed cooking, refrigeration, and deeper counters for increased storage capacity. And that gave us more room in the pantry for artistic display of favorite serving pieces and drinkware. We even added desk activities. The video right before this one showed how respecting light pathways can transform the whole feeling of a room. By adding a round window above the desk, the pantry is now a pleasant room in which to work. The window also gives views of the large body of water outside their home, like a porthole on a boat. And for this project, I noticed that the mudroom of the kitchen could be converted into a pantry. This consolidated storage, making room for key items to be distributed near where they were needed and used in the kitchen. I hope this video inspires you to think a little differently and embrace distributed cooking, refrigeration, and storage while respecting the view and light pathways of the room compass. When you subscribe to the Space Therapy channel, you will keep getting clues as to what to look for when you want a harmonious home that's designed by life. Please subscribe.